How to use V0 by Vercel. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this AI model called V0. It's by Vercel and it is especially popular for development. So if you're a game developer and you are someone that is looking to just explore around in these AI tools, then this is going to be a great video for you. So over here, I have logged on to my Vercel account. If you don't have one already, you're just going to go on to V0 by Vercel. So we're just going to search for that over here. And then once we click on V0 by Vercel, you're going to click on your top right to log on to your account. You can log on using Atlassian, you can log on using GitHub as well, and you can even sign up with your email address. Now, once you do that, you will see it looks like a very basic AI model. So the UI is structured where we have a chat-like conversation with the AI, and it is a pretty basic platform that anyone could use. So when it comes to actually generating codes or MVPs of product, this can actually help you in getting started step by step because all of the output is very well structured. So let's get started. Now over here, we are going to proceed with some of the different options. Now, in this platform, we have kind of seen that it is a repeat in the sense of making sandbox types of UIs or MVPs of products while generating the code. We can actually scroll down and see code incoming out live, which is pretty cool once you're actually done. And then you can preview it and then step back and actually view it. And it is actually going to be in a local host environment. It is just running on your laptop locally. So let's proceed over here. Let's say I want to proceed with a certain project. You can click on get started and get started with a new chat, and then you can ask it a question. Now, depending on the type of environment that you're looking to develop or the type of project that you're looking to develop, you want to segregate it in the form of different projects. We're going to build a new project, and this is going to be our sample game. After that, you can add some context and descriptions, and I'm just going to build a separate project. Now, once I do that, I can proceed with the instructions and sources. You can add sources over here, and you can also add certain guidelines or the instructions for building your game so that the actual AI tool can generate a better output for you that follows your guidelines as well. Now, you can install dependencies. So you can install a dependency that is going to be a little like a notification, and you can just put in XYZ and then just hit Y, and it's going to install your dependency required for everything you're about to see that is going to come up. So from here, you can ask a question within a project. So I want to build a simple web game that is a match and win game with candy like objects, and then you can add the query over here. V0 is now thinking and it's going to provide our information. Candy like we use React to build a grid of candy like colorful objects that the player can swap and make matches. Let's get started. And you guys can see on the right, this has provided me with the code that it is running and generating. You guys can see obviously this is going to take some time. And you can add your query as you go. So you can make it more refined as you go. The more refined your initial prompt is going to be, the better it is going to work. And this is my candy match game over here. And over here, you can see the code creates a simple match and win game, how to play the game, as well as the basic features of the game. Then you can see this is a basic framework. Some potential improvements can be adding animations and swapping and removing candies, adding a cascading effect when candies are removed, so on and so forth. So I am going to add this kind of effect like this. You guys can see the candies are being removed over here. So when four candies align, it removes them, and it's basically like a simple version of Candy Crush, you could say. It's definitely, a basic little game. You obviously can improve upon this by providing a more detailed prompt to the V0 AI. Now, I would say that when you're trying to build a basic structure or you're trying to build a basic wireframe, this is going to be such a game changer. So I wanted to add a few improvements. Change the object shapes to look like gems, and then I'm going to specify diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, rubies and then add animations. And let's say I want to add special gems that clear out entire rows. And now once I do that, the V0 is thinking, and now it is going to modify our game. So it's going to take a little bit of time depending on how detailed and how complicated the code that it is running or the code that you're asking it to run is going to be. It's going to take as much time. You can even generate background environments for your games. You can generate loading screens or, those cool loading screens where it looks like the player is still moving through like a tight space or a really simple looping type of loading screens. You can build those over here as well and just provide the context as well as the information about your game, so it is easy for you to proceed. So we're just going to wait, and it's really cool that we get to see how the code is being written down. So we're going to wait for our code to be completed, and just like that, we have our gem match game now. Now our gem match game is ready, and it looks very different from our original game. You guys can see that I don't like the empty spaces, so I might ask it to change up the spaces, and instead of making it hollow items, it should make it as complete items. You can even ask it based upon an image that you have or based upon pre-existing shapes that you have to build a game. Now, this is just one simple question. If I was to build a simple race game for me, like this. So even if I provide a one-liner prompt, it's still going to work upon that and it's going to build our game. Depending on the type of game you want to have, you definitely do want to provide it with more context, but if you're just looking for a basic wireframe to structure upon, this is going to be a great way to get started. Now it has built our race game and we have two players. Press A for red car, L for blue car. So we are A, and then after that, this is going to move the car like this, and car one wins. And if you're playing with only one person, you can ask it to design the game accordingly. So however you want to structure your games, you can do that within the V0 Vercel. The best part is that their pricing is pretty amazing. If you take a look at their free plan, they do have a limit, but with the premium for only $20 a month, you get 20 to 10 times higher messaging limits, 5 times higher attachment size limits, as well as custom subdomains on published blocks and projects. And you have the team version where you have even higher messaging limits. And on the enterprise version, you can opt out of data training, you have SSO and priority access. So I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to get started with the V0 by Vercel training and gaming developer. If you did find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.